Morning! It's Saturday, the 22nd of February 2020. Welcome along to this morning's little chat show. I do like that music in the morning. I don't get to hear all of it. The bit at the end, I don't hear because the broadcast screen is in front of me and that runs at the same time as I do. But then I listen and watch a monitor which gets to me roughly the same time as it gets to you. And there is always a little bit of a delay, anything sort of from between around about 8 seconds to 15 seconds, usually somewhere in between there. So I don't get it right till the end, because by the time it's finished on the main broadcast screen, which is in the same time as me, which I don't listen to, I'm listening to it on the same thing as you're listening to it, you see. So I don't get the last 8 seconds. Very powerful piece of music. Bum bum ba 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 ba. But I want you to be singing that today, boys and girls. You must be singing that as you go about your daily business. Those of you that are busy, cleaning the house perhaps. Those of you that are going down the shops for your Saturday morning shop together with all the other people in the world, get out of my way. Push that trolley into the back of them. That's what I say, my darlings. If you're in a wheelchair, you're highly advantaged when you're going to supermarkets, because if people upset you a lot, you just push your little lever forward and you go hurtling towards their heels. Bang! Oh, I'm ever so sorry. And then they end up feeling sorry for you. My friend Millie in Minnesota told me that. She's in a wheelchair. She has, oh, damn. I think it's beginning with C something. Oh, God, what is it now? She has cerebral palsy, and she's in one of those wheelchairs. And when she gets upset, she just runs over people's feet. She did it at a restaurant once. Excuse me, could I just come through? No response. Excuse me, could I just cut? No response. Pushes her stick forward, moves forward, right over their foot. Ow! Well, I'm ever so sorry. Oh, that's okay. They apologise to you. You are definitely in an advantage if you're in it's got to be a heavy wheelchair, not one of the new modern ones, dear. Absolutely not. Not one of those light things that can't give anyone pain and suffering as they roll over someone's foot. Oh dear. Well, very good morning. It's very windy out there once again this morning, as indeed it was last night. Last night it was really windy. I was, one of my friends has gone in hospital. He's got a little bit of a head problem, and he had some bad news and he's not taking it very well, so he's ended up in hospital. I was talking to him on the phone last night, and as I got to these traffic lights, I'm just behind King's Cross Station, actually, I noticed they were shaking violently, and I felt a train going over. I thought it must be the train. Surely not. Anyway, the train passed. I could feel it. I could hear the train, and my car was rocking back and forth a bit, and I noticed the traffic lights were moving like that. Now, traffic lights aren't particularly wind resistant, or is that the right word, or they aren't wind resistant? You know, if you was to put up a sail, it would flap away like that. Traffic lights wouldn't do that because they're very thin, aren't they? They're not particularly thick, but these were rocking backwards and forwards, and I realised it was the wind outside. Ever so windy, and it's, what's it like this morning? I don't know. Trees are moving a little bit around this morning, but not too bad. There's some more bad weather on the way, I believe. There was a storm in Cyprus. I was talking to my sister yesterday afternoon after the show, and they had a thunderstorm in Cyprus yesterday, so she's over there for a few more days. She comes back Wednesday. And, of course, they couldn't do anything with the children, so they had a day in yesterday. Unable to do anything, just watching probably watching catch up of my shows, which she's missed, I would imagine, something like that, possibly like that. So they didn't do much yesterday. Storm in Cyprus. What did I do yesterday? Oh, I took my car in to have the smashed back light and all the scratches done. It's got various scratches on it, that you accumulate over a period of time. Well, I do anyway. And I went to this bloke called Harry. Now, I already went to Toyota. I went to Toyota in Bracknell, where I always go for all my servicing and all that business with this smashed light, and they quoted me 560 odd quid. to repair a smashed light. £560 they wanted. And I'm like, well, I'll take that away, mate. Thank you very much. No, I don't mind paying for stuff. I don't. Like I said, we were talking about tips yesterday. If someone does me a really good service, I'll give them a really good tip. 15, 20 quid sometimes. You know, I don't mind. I think that's good. But £560 to replace two lights on a car? No. That is not good value for money. Anyway, I went to this bloke, Harry, and that's not the scratches, just the light. And I'm not paying it. I won't pay it. Anyway, I discovered this bloke called Harry. So he's in Warfield. So I rang him up. He said, yeah, come down. He said, it's a bit difficult to find. So anyway, off I went. Ended up in the middle of this brand new housing estate. It's sad, really, because this particular road was just not so long ago. It was all fields. Now, a blooming housing estate. It's worse than that. A new housing estate. So it's like Legoland. Every single house looks identical. I think they're absolutely ghastly looking new houses. Dreadful, dreadful, dreadful. I mean, don't get me wrong. Young people seem to like them. My nephew's got one. My niece has got one. They like them. Not for me. Nope, I think they're blooming ugly new houses. Every single house is exactly the same with a small postage stamp size. Oh, they're going up, aren't they? Stamps are going up. Postage stamp sized garden at the back. You know, just enough room to one cat to put its paw on it, and that's it. They're tiny. They're awful. They're all so identical. Boring new houses. Anyway, I ended up in this housing estate. Oh, where's this road going? The postcode didn't take me to the right place, so I typed in where the road was. And Harry did tell me on the phone that the road was closed. They're doing a gas pipe or something, probably for the new housing estate. However, go past the road closed sign and just keep going because the businesses are open as usual. And I found it eventually, and it is really down this kind of I would say it's a C road actually, very bumpy, gravelly road that doesn't lead anywhere. You know, it comes to a dead end, and then he's got to drive off it. So I found this drive, and there it was, a wooden like a log cabin affair. With all the equipment and all that, and where he does all his work, and he had a look round it, looked round the scratches, and I'm like, what do you think? He said, the thing is, if I spray them, you're likely to do this again. How are you getting this scratch? I said, well, I've got a really narrow garage. I mean, it is, but the car and the garage don't really fit. To be honest, the garage is really narrow. My garage is so narrow that to go in it, I had to push the button so that the mirrors go in, the mirrors retract. There's a good word. They use that word today. That's a good word. Retract. We like that word. Retract. So push the button and the mirrors retract, and that's how I go in, right? And when I get to nearly the end of the garage, I have to turn over sharp to the left to allow my fat bum space to get out of the car. Otherwise, I can't get out, and that's how I have to do it. And then similarly, when I reverse out, I have to get in the car, push the button, the lights, it bursts into life. Then I have to turn the steering wheel round and carefully come out to line it up again to get out the door. And there's been a couple of occasions where it's scraped along the front, because the front of it is slightly wider than the back because of the wheel arches, and that's where it happens. And he said, if I spray it, he said, I think you're likely to do this again. I said, I beg your pardon. He was laughing. Ever such a nice down-to-earth bloke. That's who you want to deal with. Unfortunately, and I said this to him, unfortunately, he's got a very trustable face. Do you know what I mean? I mean, when you're looking at my face now, if you were to give me £10 million to look after, you know you'd get it back, don't you? Oh, I haven't turned on my text phone. You know you'd get that £10,000 back very quickly, wouldn't you? Eh? If you lent me your good-looking husband or something like that, you know, just for perhaps a week or so, you know you'd get him back. Oh, maybe not that one. Maybe not. Maybe not the good-looking husband, but you'd certainly get the cash back, right? And I'm talking to Harry, who does the car fixing. And I said to him, "You've got a very trustable face," which isn't always good news for the customer. So he walked around. He said, "I'll tell you what I do." He said, "What I think I should do." He said, "It's up to you what you want to do. I'll touch it up. I'll touch up the scratches. I'll clean it. If you bring it in clean, that's fine. Or if I need to clean it first," he said, "I'll have to charge you another 10 quid for that, for washing it, because it has to be clean when they're doing these things." He said, "I'll touch it up, and that will look fine." I said, "Well, you're the expert. You know what to do." He said, "I said I'll go along with that then." So he's going to touch up these scratches, I believe, and then put a bit of that see-through, whatever it is, that see-through stuff on it. Is it cellophane? Not cellophane. Lacquer. He's going to put a little bit of lacquer on there, and he reckons that'll look fine. And then the bit where the bumper is a little black plastic. That's a bit scratched. He said I can get the scratches out of that, and that'd be all well and good. The lights are the dearest part of it. To actually just buy the lights, no fitting, to buy the lights, 360 quid. Because they're all full of these little LEDs and things. That was an expensive reverse, that was. £360 just for the lights, right? But a Toyota Gemka, they were charging, they wanted, it was £360, and so it was 560 in total. So that's what they were charging me to fit them, 200 quid, right? So he's given me this exact thing, what he's doing, and all the bits and pieces are laid out on the car. Lights, 300. And I heard it. He rang up and checked the price. He said, "I can order the lights, but I'll have to take the money from you now because they're not returnable." Because presumably, you get car places like that, all sorts of jobs and what have you. And people go in to have work done. They say, "Oh, well, we need to order this." "Okay, we'll get that in and I'll come back then." And they get it in and they don't come back. And then a business would be stuck with the item. Do you know what I mean? Which is a bit unfair, but that's what happens. People do it to me. It's not exactly the same price as a car headlight, but often people come up to me at the karaoke nights and they say, "Oh, could you get this song for me?" Yeah, no problem at all. What one is it? So and so, and I'll be back Monday to sing it. And they don't come. And then they don't come and never see them again. I mean, maybe they're dead. Who knows? Maybe they leave the pub. Possibly they leave the pub and are knocked over by a large articulated lorry as they walk across the zebra crossing. I don't know what happens to them. Maybe they are sucked up into a spaceship and disappear to another planet, never to be seen again. I don't know what happens to them, but they don't come back, and there I am, left with a song that no one else is ever going to sing because no one knows what it is. And the same with the lights, you see. He doesn't know. I could have said, "Yes, please order the lights." I could have got back in my car and trundling along, and suddenly I'm on another planet. Probably somewhere I've been before. I'm very, very global and universal, this programme is now. Since the appearance on the BBC, ratings have shot through the roof. How many have we got watching today? 31 billion people across the universe, aliens and people, are watching this show at the moment. Thank you very much for your messages. I'll come over to those in a moment. That's how it is. So, great. So he ordered these lights, sent me the bill. I came back here, and for fitting, he charges me £30 to fit those lights. Not 200, £30. He had a quick look. He said, "Yeah, I'll just undo those two nuts, pull that off and put the other one on. Plug the wires in. Happy days." That's it. 30 quid to charge lights. Toyota wanted £200 to fix those lights. Dear me. And with all the scratches and all the other bits and pieces, the total cost of that was less. All the scratches, and there's quite a few. There's a couple of scuffs, but nothing too serious. Nothing that can't be done with like a touch-up brush. All those scratches and the lights for less money than what Toyota were charging me to do for the lights. So happy days. Booked in. Thank you very much for Tuesday the 10th of March. Tuesday the 10th of March. That's actually the same week, and at the end of that week, I'm going to Euro Disney with my niece and her family. So very much looking forward to that. So that was that's all my car booked in. Very, very happy with that. Let's say hello to some of you this morning who are joining us. Luke Trott getting the first message in. Good morning, Luke. Michael Lawrence in the house. Morning, Michael. Mandy Davenport there. Morning, Mandy. Oh, Mandy. There is our delightful Shania, still very, very involved with church work and festivals on the Isle of Wight. I think you're possibly the most important person on the Isle of Wight. No, Shania, either. You are the Pretty Patel of the Isle of Wight. You are. I quite like her, Pretty Patel. There's a picture of her with the new blue passports, which we'll be able to get again soon. Pretty Patel. She is fierce. Fierce. I like her. That's what we need running this country. People like her. None of this namby-pambying, having to worry about this, that and the other. Get on with it, dear. She gets on with it. There was a news article about her. Apparently, she sends her workers, junior ministers, are they called? She sends her staff emails in the middle of the night telling them how useless they are. It doesn't take you long to send me messages telling me how useless I am sometimes, does it? But I think she's fierce. And in the BBC website this morning, it says the first blue British passports for nearly 30 years will be issued next month, the Home Office has said. And I gather that you can order one. When's mine run out? Let me have a look. Aha. Da-ba-ba. Oh, where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, because I need this to go to France, won't I? Now, I bet we can't queue up in the EU one now, can we? Yes. One moment, please. When's mine run out? March 22. Well, I could wait another couple of years, couldn't I? There's mine. My British passport. Where's my... would you like to see my passport photo? Without revealing my information in case someone tries to steal my identity. My passport can get you into all sorts of places, you know. Listen, I could get into royal places with this. Unlike Harry and Meghan. Bye-bye. Good luck. And don't use the word royal. You're not allowed to use that anymore. No, I'm sorry. No, you can't. You left the nest. Go on. No more using the royal word. Right, let me just show you my passport photo. Look how ill I look in that. If anyone looks like their passport photos, they are too ill to travel. I'm sure that is the case. What a tacky old colour that. We don't want this anymore, dear. I may have to replace it before March the 22nd so I can have a bright new blue one. It says on the BBC website, because I have access to all the BBC stuff now. I'm one of them now. Oh, yes, dear. I'm one of them. The current burgundy design is being replaced following the UK's departure from the European Union. Blue passports were introduced in 1921. Yes, there's one or two of you around then, wasn't it? Eh? Ray Reynolds was around way before 1921. And phased out in 1988. So actually not that long ago, when members of the then European Economic Community agreed to harmonise designs. Harmonise. That's what people do at karaoke. They harmonise, usually very badly. There was a couple of good singers in there last night. Home Secretary Pretty Patel. I like her. I'm sorry, I like her. You may not like, I like her very much. Pretty Patel said the passport will once again be entwined with our national identity. Land of hope and glory, mother of... Warning, warning, warning. Pills. Did you see that? My pill warning indicator went off then, indicating that I was late with my pills by 3 minutes. I'm practically in the bloody coffin now. One moment. And there we are. So blue passports are coming. It will be, as Pretty says, and she's quite pretty. She says the passport will once again be entwined with our national identity. I could see her as a leader, actually. She said Brexit has given the UK a unique opportunity to forge a new path in the world and enable a return to the iconic blue and gold design. Apparently, and I didn't know this, the UK was never formally compelled to change the colour of its passport in the 1980s, but we did so with other member states, so we didn't need to do it. Who was in charge then? Take their name. I'll send around our new head of security, Mandy Davenport, to deal with them. She's new head of security on this channel. Mandy is the new head of security after Sean Pye resigned his position due to overwork. Sean has had to run into a safe space. He can't cope with life anymore, can you, Sean? Good morning to Colin Kay. Hello, Colin. Fran Green in the house. Good morning, Fran. There's one man and his Sprinter van who is living the life. Living the life. We are living the life, aren't we? Living the life. That's what you're doing. Good morning to Michael Pullman. Morning, young Michael. Diane Jebb is in the house. There he is. Gary Butler, king and of all pigeons everywhere. Gary is head pigeon on this channel. Lots of people I'm giving out jobs to now. There she is. Fran Green, head of Thumbs Up on this channel. There we are. Tony King in the house. Morning, Tony. JJ's Motors and Machines. Very busy as always. Morning to you. Let me have. Chatting away to each other. This is good. There's Adam the plumber. Good morning, Adam. Morning, young Adam. Finley Trott. Good morning, Finley. Welcome to our strange and mysterious show. Morning, Finley. Adrian Richardson. He was in the pub last night. Quietly sitting there with Steve and... I can't remember the other lad's name there. So good morning to Adrian. Hello to John Aitken. Stephen Petty, who's older now. He had his birthday last week morning. Hello to George Bond this morning. Morning, John. Kevin Arnold Ashburner. Morning to everyone in live chat watching from Auckland, New Zealand. Hello to you, sir. John says my window cleaner is called Harry. He's only got one front tooth. Bless him. He's a lovely geezer. There be a lesson to you all. Brush your teeth when you are small people. Otherwise, only one tooth in your head. Although it is a guarantee for you to get on the Jeremy Kyle show if that ever comes back. Only people with less than two teeth in their head are allowed on that programme. The Jeremy Kyle show, yes. There he is, Mr. Ray Reynolds, who turned up at the karaoke last night. Without permission, I have to say, Ray. You can't just turn up on a Friday without permission, dear. You're not a Friday person. Well, you may become a Friday person if you turn up for the next 2 Fridays. I will assume you have also become a Friday person. Ray is a Monday person, but he turned up last Friday, and he turned up has the electric been cut off at your house or something? You know. Or someone was saying, oh, why is Ray Reynolds getting specialist treatment by having a different microphone to everyone else? Okay, so the reason is Ray has a very, very powerful voice. Perfectly in tune. He's got a very, very powerful voice, and that microphone just cannot cope with his very loud voice, and that's why it can't cope. He's actually the only one. I don't know if it's the tone. Perhaps he's a little bit more bassy than other people, because Helgi has an extremely loud voice as well, but it seems to cope with it. It's only Ray Reynolds that this new microphone cannot cope with his voice. I don't know why. So that's why he's on the lead mic, which works works perfectly for him. So that's the reason for that. I don't know why. I've tried making adjustments why Ray has been singing into that new radio mic, but he's got such a powerful voice that it distorts. And it doesn't matter if I turn it down. You can't get rid of distortion by turning the volume of a microphone down. You are literally overpowering the mic. And that's why he has the lead mic, which seems to work a lot better for Ray. So that's the reason there. Nothing wrong with his voice. It's just very, very powerful. I mean, really powerful. I thought I had a loud voice. And Helgi certainly has a loud voice. But for some reason, for Ray, that microphone just distorts badly. So that's why he's on the other mic now. Okay? Those of you that were watching the karaoke last night. Easy solution, buy a smaller car, says JJ. Good God, no. I mean, do I look like a person who should be driving around in a Ford Ka? In a Ford Ka? Or what's that little mini? What's that Japanese one? What is that called? The little Japanese one. Mitsubishi, maybe? Not Mitsubishi, no. Oh, God. Can't remember what it's called now. There's a little Japanese one. Do I look like someone who should be driving around in a Mini? No. Big car, dear. We need big cars. A very good morning to Polish, what is it? Arkadas. A very good morning to Polish. Welcome to our little show, sir. I think are you man or woman? I'm not quite sure, but welcome to the show, whoever you are. Okay. Oh, there's my sister. She's off to Paphos today because they couldn't go out yesterday due to the storm. You'll like it there, Sharon. I love Paphos. Oh, it's so big and open, and it's wonderful walking along this this path, which is right next to the sea. Lots of places to eat in Paphos, not particularly expensive as well. Some really expensive hotels on that seafront. Lovely. I thought about staying there until I looked. £1,000 for the week. I don't think so. Not when I can get a bungalow on site for like 200. Good morning to Popcorn Dells 999. What? This is just weird. Of course it's weird. That's what I am, a weird person. Welcome to the show. Hope you enjoy it. If not, goodbye. Mikey Mike in the house. Good morning, Mikey Mike. Hi to Paul and Lou this morning. There you go. Tony King. Tony King is now in charge. There we are. Let me give another job out now. Tony King is now in charge of viewership, boys and girls. He will come up now and again with the latest figures for this show. We are now latest interplanetary viewing figures for this programme, United Kingdom Talk, are 31.4 billion beings. That's not necessarily humans. Okay? There are other we must accept all beings from all countries and planets across the universe. 31.4 billion beings are watching this show at the moment. Some of them haven't got a clue I haven't got a clue what's going on, to be honest, either. Thank you very much, Tony. How much are the United Kingdom Talk stickers for Shania? You can have one for £1 or 5 for £2. What's it going to be, Shania? Here are the stickers. I want to see these plastered all over your dad's bin lorry. Yes. Put one right in the middle of the windscreen. That'll upset him. And put it on, just put it on at night so that when he gets up in the morning, it's stuck fast, possibly with a little bit of super glue on the back as well. Watch him trying to remove that in the morning. Perhaps you could set up a little camera so that we can watch him trying to get it off the screen. That'd be quite good. That would make quite a good YouTube channel, wouldn't it? One moment, please. Let me just scroll back a little bit here. Mikey Mike's passport got another 8 years on it. Wonder if you can replace them early. Apparently, yes. Apparently, you can replace them early, Mikey Mike. I think they're about £100 now to replace a passport. Isn't it dear? £100 to replace a passport. Or don't bother. You know, just go to caravan holidays here in the UK. Nothing wrong with those, my love. Might look for a bit, might not get so much sunshine, but nice caravan holidays. That's what we want. There you go. Gary Butler in charge of sales this morning. My nephew Gary Butler, he's straight on it there. £1 each or 5 for £2. It's all about the stamp. It's all about the stamp, really. Okay, so £1 for one or 5 for £2, whatever you want, darling. Okay, Michael Lawrence's passport runs out next year. I don't think you need a passport to go to the Isle of Wight or the Isle of Sheppey, anywhere like that, Michael. It's only plane flights, my love, and long train journeys. Don't worry, if you're going to Skegness, you won't need a passport. Seriously, you won't need a passport for Skegness. You'll be fine, Michael. All right, my love. John's runs out in May. We can have a nice new blue one, John. Nice new blue passport for John Aitken. Yes, excellent. Adam would like to apply for the position of Head of Vintage Episodes and Historian of United Kingdom Talk. Let me just write that down. Let me just fill in a form. And the job is yours. Congratulations, Adam. Head of Vintage Episodes and Historian of United Kingdom Talk. Thank you for your text. Thank you for text, Adam. Let me have a look. Nope, can't do that one. I'm sorry. I can't do February. Just go. I don't think I can do this with you at the moment, Adam. Just go, mate. 27th. What's that? Get who? 27th. Oh, hang on a minute. Can I do it? Oh, hang on a minute. No, that's for Wednesday I've got to do that thing. So Thursday, that may well be okay, actually, Thursday the 27th, from what I'm looking at there. He wants to take me to the theatre. Well, you don't want to take me. He said, do I want to go to it? You're not paying. You're not paying because it's not my birthday. No, I'd give you the money for that. It says 9:30 mass here. So is this next Thursday, is it you're saying? Why does it say 9:30? Oh, hang on, there's an arrow. Oh, 9:30 mass, Ash Wednesday. Oh, is it Ash Wednesday on Wednesday? Oh, it won't be a show Wednesday morning then. because it's Ash Wednesday. We might do one Wednesday night. Might do one Wednesday night, and then I've got to drop Ronnie off at a hospital in the morning or the afternoon. That could be all right. Thursday, the 27th, Adam. I'll double check that. All right. Fran hasn't got a passport. She's not going to pollute the planet. We'll stop flushing the chain then, Plan. Every time you flush the chain, you pollute that planet a little bit more, darling. Some people more than others. I mean, I would imagine that Joseph McDonald, who's here this morning. Morning, Joseph. Your fridge magnet is in the post. Second class stamp. Look for a grey plastic envelope. That's what it went out in then, okay? All right. Hopefully that will come today. Or obviously the other one's not going to arrive, is it? Unfortunately. Morning to Rachel. Good morning, young Rachel. Okay. Joseph went to see Cabaret at the new Wimbledon Theatre. Yeah, I went there to see was it a Christmas thing? Pantomime with the great Linda Gray from Dallas. Ba 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 da ba. I love it. Bring back Dallas. We need Dallas back. I went to see that. Yes, a couple of Christmases ago. That was wonderful. Nice theatre. Nice theatre. What's with the airspray you're using on the stage last night, especially when Toby was on stage? That is to stop the viruses spreading, dear. I mean, don't you watch the news, Adrian? Coronavirus, dear. The place is alive. That's why the microphone keeps getting sprayed. We don't want viruses. Thank you very much. It's all right for you. You just go in and sit in your chair all night and don't do anything. Other people, disgusting people with filthy, dirty hands full of viruses and bacteria are picking up that microphone, dear. The thing is alive. Almost walked off the microphone stand on its own at one stage before I sprayed it. And then it kills all known viruses. Dead. Or 99.97 or something like that. That's what the spray's for. I would have thought you being a reasonably intelligent person would... Well, maybe not. Don't know about that, really. How rude. I would suit a Fiat 500. I don't think so. Fiat 500? I'd love a Land Rover, but it's too dear to run Land Rovers, ridiculously. Sean hasn't got a passport. They said I'm not allowed to leave the country. Yeah, but Sean, you told me why. You told me what that's about, and I'm in entire agreement with you, mate. I really am. Rachel's from the planet Zod. There you go. See? One interplanetary person already messaging the show this morning. It was Dettol spray. That's correct, Mandy. Lovely smell, incidentally. Pomegranate. Oh, it's an absolutely lovely smell, that Dettol spray that I use on the microphone. Rachel's never been abroad, only to France. Yeah, I mean, nothing to write home about really going abroad, to be honest. I'm quite happy here. Mick will stick to Skeg Vegas. There you go. That's unless I get an invite to your caravan. No. No one comes to my caravan unless they are international television stars. You know, like Amanda. She can come to my caravan anytime. Hello to Gar. Good morning, Gar. Welcome to the show, Gar. All right. There we are. Gar's got a Ford Ranger. Ah, lovely. Gar's got a Ford Ranger 4x4. Had a Land Rover Defender before. Yeah, that's what I had. It's going back about 25 years now. Gar, I loved it. I loved that thing, that Land Rover. Absolutely loved it. Warning! A super chat has just arrived for £2.99. Oh my God. Shania, you've sent more than you needed to, darling. But thank you very much. Email me your full postal address, Shania, and that will be in the post for you this morning. Stickers will be on their way to you, my darling. A little white envelope. Won't be needing to put those in a plastic thing because it's not sharp on the ends. And I'll get those off to you this morning. And I would like you to take photographs of you and in the various positions that the stickers have been placed. They are not tattooed. Perhaps, who's going to get the first United Kingdom talk tattoo? Huh? Where will you have that, Shania? On your arm? Don't have it anyway rude, my darling. Well, we did that story about the granny yesterday. She got a tattoo on her bum. For God's sake. All right, so that's it. An easy journey into work last night. I couldn't believe it. Hour and 25 minutes on a Friday night to go from Bracknell to King's Cross, and then I realised the school children were on holiday, and that's why. See, sometimes you think to yourself, well, how is it at 6 o'clock at night, the fact that children are on holiday from school makes the journey better, because I don't get that. And then you think about it, well, a lot of people go away, don't they, for a few days or whatever. You know, presumably people going on. I won't get on a plane at the moment. No way. Not with the coronavirus going on, dear. That's the best place. I mean, they say, don't they, that you can't catch things on planes and that, but that you do. Absolutely. There's not many times that I get off a plane and the next couple of days I've got a sore throat or something like that. Really. So a very easy journey into work last night. Couldn't believe it. I got there, I like to be there at 7:30. I can be there as late as 8:10 and still be on time to start, but I like to be there at 7:30. Usually I get there somewhere between 7:30 and 7:15. Last night, 7:20. So early. 7:20, I pulled up, taking it easy, give myself a little bit of spray with my aftershave to see if that made any difference with my pulling power. Answer, no. And got out of the car, set up, and it was a great night last night. Absolutely great night. As I say, Ray Reynolds turned up last night. We came across a wonderful young lady singer who sung a ballad. Now, I'm not a fan of ballads at karaoke because most of them are sang very badly. I'm sorry, they are. If you're going to sing a ballad, if it's a power ballad, you need a powerful voice. Otherwise, it sounds crap. Most people sing ballads badly. However, this girl called Alejandro, she sung the ballad, and I can't remember what one it was now. Oh, but her voice. Wonderful voice. Never met her before. She was from Mexico. She was from Mexico. Wonderful voice. So we had her singing last night, and we're just getting on with it, and people are sort of singing away. And then I got this smell. Smell. And I knew the smell straight away. Students. I could smell them before they even came into the venue. Oh no, I can smell students. I could smell them. And then the door banged open, and in they came. Students. There they were, badly dressed, already a little bit drunk, because they've pre-drunk, to save their money. They've pre-drunk, and there they came in. The great unwashed, unbrushed hair, rude, taking up all the tables, dancing all over the place, a couple of stage invasions. Warning, Diana Jebb has just sent a £6 super chat. And Diana wants 5 stickers and one of our exclusive key rings. One moment, I shall display one to you now. Blah, blah. There you go, Diana. Diana, the key ring is yours. A little picture, complete with spelling mistake on the back. Not so much the spelling mistake, an extra asterisk. Is that an asterisk? No. No, that's not an asterisk. What is it called? A little comma at the top. What's that? Apostrophe. And because there are not enough apostrophes in this world, I'm sick to death of seeing people writing stuff with not the correct amount of apostrophes on there. It's outrageous. So, understanding that, I've put an extra... It may look like a spelling mistake to you, okay? It is actually an apostrophe in memory of all the apostrophes that have been left out of everything. That's why that's there. So there's the keyring, and stickers on their way to you, Diane. That'll be in the post. You'll get that in a little grey plastic bag. One of our brand... Would you like to see one? You want to see one, don't you? One moment, please. The new grey postage bags are here. Look. How's that going to tear that open? Answer, it's not very difficult to get that broken. So it will arrive in one of those. Shania, I'm afraid, just the stickers, just a normal little envelope for you. Oh, look, with a pre-stamped second-class stamp on it as well. Because I've got a few second-class stamps left over that I had to use up. All right, thank you very much, Diane, for that. Yes, so just email me your full postal address there, please, Diane, and that'll be in the post for you, my love. Don't forget, stickers. We need pictures of the stickers, Diane, if you don't mind, and where you're sticking them. The best place is in a public toilet, okay, on the door that is facing the toilet. That's a great place for advertising posters. I keep telling the bars, where do you think we should put these posters, Chris? To the best places, above the urinal, so when the blokes are standing there, holding it, desperately trying to aim into the correct place. They look up and there is a poster, possibly of my face. I mean, what better could you want than my little face looking down at you? Looking down at you while you're standing, you're having your wee. Yes, I've hung around many toilets. Oh, sorry, but the little poster up there, looking down on you like that. Excellent idea. Or in the ladies' toilets, you would put them on the back of the door that closes. So as the ladies sit there bored, although I think most people take a mobile phone into the toilet now, don't they? With them, I wonder how many mobile phones are dropped down toilets. Perhaps you've done one. Yes, I can imagine the students doing that. And they wouldn't bother. It wouldn't bother them. They just fish it out along with all the rest of whatever's been deposited in the toilet, give it a quick wash under the tap and carry on using it, wouldn't they, students? Ghastly people, dear. But that's where you'd put the poster, on the back of the door. The door closes, girl looks up. Oh, wow. Why is Chris Reardon looking at me like that on his poster? Huh? So that's the best place to put them. On the back doors of toilets and above the urinals. Actually, Diana, you'd be all right going into the men's toilets, wouldn't you? She wouldn't be bothered. She's a lady of the world, Diana. She doesn't bother her, darling. Doesn't bother her. She just creeping. Excuse me, boys. Push them aside and plaster one right in front of them on a public toilet wall. Hopefully one where you haven't had to pay to put in. Do you know you don't have to pay to use the toilets at Waterloo anymore? That surprised me. When I went with Adam the plumber and his other half Royston, when they took me out to the Dorchester for afternoon tea for my birthday, and Mary Poppins, a double date without the actual date, if you see what I mean. Free to use the toilets at Waterloo Station. That's it. Look at you're all running down there to try and use free toilets now, I suppose. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yes. So, yes, the students came in unwashed, bad hair, shoving their little requests in, dear. Oh, when am I going to sing next? Badly behaved. One younger, I say younger, he's 30, I think he's 30 now. He came up to me. He said, I can't believe it. They are so rude. And they are. They are so rude. They go to university. I don't think they teach them manners anymore. What's all that about? Why have they got no manners, students? I'm sure I wasn't like that. I'm sure I was not bad-mannered, but they're in there. However, that being said, they seem to take it for me when I tell them something. I've noticed this, and I don't know why. The manageress, she's lovely, she is. Charlie is her name. One of the managers there. The main manager there is a bloke called Guy, who is a wonderful, wonderful man, and I get on so well with him. I get on so well, probably because I turn up on time. I'm never ill unless I'm really, really ill. So when I'm ill, okay, if I ring up and say I'm ill, they know that I'm ill. Not one of, I've cut my finger. I can't come to work today. I got a sore throat. I can't come. I can't. It's giving me so much anxiety. No, I'll turn up. I'm really ill if I can't get to work. So if I ever pick up the phone and say, hello, I've not got to put in a voice, like some of you do. Oh, hello. I can't come to work. I've got this terrible cough. I don't need to do that. They know I'm really ill. And probably maybe that's why we get on and I try and do the job to the best of my ability. Sometimes I get a bit fed up with idiots, basically. Idiots demanding stuff left, right and centre. That annoys me. But for some reason, this group of students, badly behaved as they are, and not quite sure of themselves, I suppose, at that age as well, if I tell them something, they seem to accept it. Sometimes they moan a bit. They moan a bit sometimes. Like, there was a girl on there last night. What was her name? Rahim? Lovely voice. She did Amy Winehouse, I think, Me and Mr. Jones, because there's two versions of that. There's Me and Mrs. Jones, as sung by men, and there's Me and Mr. Jones, as sung by Amy Winehouse, and I suppose other female artists. I think that's what she was singing. And then all these... No, I tell a lie, it was Valerie. And Valerie is a bit of a dance number, as done by Amy Winehouse and Mark Ronson, of course. And it's a bit dancey, and there was a bit of a stage invasion. And I cut the music straight away. Not mucking around. Get off the stage, come on. No stage invasions. No stage invasions. And there was a lad with unbrushed hair. He looked like he'd just rolled out of bed. And I said, have you got a brush? Where's your brush? And the students looking at each other first, wondering what. And then a couple of them started giggling. So I thought, right, you're on my side now. And after that, that's it. You've got to have a bit of a laugh with them as well. Then they take it from you. But you've got to keep your eye on the stage at all times. Because the moment you take your eye off it, they're on there again, the whole lot of them. They think it's just one big blooming party, life. They think it's just one big party. And they're up again. And then towards the end of the night, around about 20 to 12, Helgi come up to me. And he said, do you think I'll be singing my other song? And I looked down the list and I said, it's unlikely. He said, well, if I can I change it? I said, of course you can. So I changed it on the system for him to do a duet, actually, with Jamie. We didn't get to it in the end. I didn't think we would, but I'm always honest. There's no point in saying to someone, yeah, okay, you'll be up, just to get rid of them, because when you don't get called up on the air, they're straight up. But you said, and I won't do that. And people try and get you to say it. They try and get you to say, yes, you'll be on. And then when you don't get on, but you promised, I don't give promises ever when it comes to the karaoke. I'll do my, you're in the list, but it probably won't come up. Oh, please, I'm the best singer in here and all that old crap they come out with. No, I'll tell you the honest truth. You probably won't get to it unless 2 or 3 people don't turn up and then you've moved up the queue. So that's okay as well. But they do, perhaps it's because I'm a bit older, I don't know. I'm not against students at all, as you probably know. I'm not really against anyone, to be honest. Not against, only horrible people. None of them are horrible, they're just boisterous and young. No problem at all. And for some reason they take it from me if I say get off the stage or don't do this or don't do that. I told one off some months ago for swinging the microphone around on the lead. Do you remember that one? And he went off and at the end of the night he came up and apologised. So perhaps it's because I'm a little bit older, but they do take it from you. But as soon as you take your eye off the ball, they're on it again, mate. They're straight on. So Helgi came up to us, and as I'm talking to him at the side of the stage, at the corner of my eye, they think I'm not paying attention. And immediately 4 of them come back up on there. Cut the music. Come on, get off the stage. And the girl's singing, why? Why can't they come on the stage? Because I'm in charge. That's why, dear. Get off the blooming stage or don't sing. What do you want to do? And off they got. So that's fair enough. They're just a little bit of a handful, but you have to keep control. They probably come in here, but I mean, most of them owe. Most of the people up there, the students, they owe tens of thousands of pounds, through university fees. It's terrible, really. I cannot imagine what it must be like leaving basically school, owing tens of thousands of pounds for your education. That to me is just madness. But we've had this conversation before, I don't think everyone should be going to university. I never wanted to go, and indeed I didn't go. That was Tony Blair, that was. Everyone should go to university. Oh, so what's happening now? There's all these people running around with degrees and things like that, working in fast food shops. Now, there's nothing wrong with working in fast food shops if that's what you want to do, right? But they don't. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gone to university. Just such a waste of time and money. So they end up going to university, 2 or 3 degrees, highly intelligent, right? Owing 50, 60, 70,000 pounds. This is what some of them owe. 50, 60, 70,000 pounds and more. And they're working in the fish and chip shop for £8 an hour. It's just, to me, it's just absolute madness. Absolute madness, all that. And it's unfair to them as well. Because when we were kids, if you wanted to go, I think you had to pay. But I'm not quite... Do you know, I can't even remember how it worked now. I was asked if I wanted to go, not by my parents, but a school. And the answer was no. No, thank you. Don't want to go to university. Want to leave school, get a job, start working and earning my own money. Thank you very much. And that's exactly what I did. So that was the students last night. And that's it. We had Ryan and Jamie. You may have noticed Ryan and Jamie were rapping last night. Ryan is actually Dr. Ryan. He's a ophthalmometrist, something to do with eyes anyway. And Jamie is his friend. And he was winding up. He says he's not a doctor at all. He's receptionist in Specsavers. So next time, I don't think he's with us today, Ryan. He sometimes pops up on the chat box, but that's what we're saying. Oh, that's what we're saying. Next time he appears, it's, oh, look, it's Ryan, the receptionist from Specsavers. All right. Let's read some of your messages. Sean says, I can't stand students and hippies. They stink and they're full of fleas. Or you'll have them all running off to their safe space, you know. You can't say that, dear. Hello to Rowan Wiley. Good morning, Rowan. Welcome. They were trying to take over the karaoke stage, but you've got to stand firm, Fran. You've literally got to just turn the music off. Okay, get off the stage and then we'll carry on. Otherwise, we won't carry on. You just wait. Just wait. And eventually they do seem to take it from me, probably because I'm like 2 or 3 times their age. Mick says my stickers are on the toilet system. You just sit there looking at me if you want, Mick. I'm sure it'll help you go. All right. Rachel's got a sticker on the back end of the car. Have you really, Rachel? Does it stay on there all right in the rain and all that? Is it quite a sticky thing, if you see what I mean? Adrian, what an excellent idea. I never thought of that, Adrian. Why don't you put some of your stickers on all the scratches on your car? It will be cheaper. Good idea, Adrian. I like that. Michael, the keyring can't handle Queensland humidity. Melting away in the Australian weather, says Michael. Is that right? It melts. Not suitable for warm climates or hot climates. Thank you. Good morning to Fun Things to Do with Tech. Welcome to the show to you. Sean might get a sticker and put it in the toilet bowl. Give me something to wee at. Will you please just do what you want with them? I couldn't care less once you've bought them. Stick them anywhere you want. Very useful to repair holes in underwear as well. Perhaps we should set some United Kingdom talk knickers and pants. Do you like that idea? Rachel went to Boston College to do catering, but it wasn't for me. At least I gave it a go. Yes, and indeed Shania, who's with us this morning, she tried university, absolutely hated it. So she came out of it. She spent lost a few £1,000s, but nothing like some of the money that some of these students rack up the bills. But it don't seem to bother them. It doesn't seem to bother them, you know, owing 50, 60, 70,000 pounds. They just kind of take it as part and parcel of life. I'd be horrified if I knew that. Thank you, Shania. I've got your address there. Haven't got an email from you yet, Diana. All right, my love. And just in case you did send one, please let me know. Right, now we haven't really got any of these news stories done today, have we? And time is ticking away. I'm always a little bit short of time on a Saturday. So Pancake Day on Tuesday. Start getting your stuff in for Pancake Day. I've got powder. I know it's cheating a little bit. I got from Marks and Spencer's in Hampstead. It was down the Royal Free on Tuesday. There's Marks and Spencer's right next to it. So I've got me Marks and Spencer's pancake mix, which I'll be using, I think, for breakfast probably. I'll probably have the pancakes for breakfast on... that's when you're supposed to have the biggest meal, isn't it? Breakfast. So I'll probably have pancakes, maybe maple syrup. Oh, God, maple syrup. Denny's pancakes with maple syrup. Stacks of these blooming things the Americans are eating. Absolutely delicious. Thank you very much. Fun Things to Do with Tech uses a teapot every day. Same as me. I'm on the teapot every day. All right. So that's Pancake Day Tuesday. Oh, much excitement in our little row of houses today. We've got a new street light. There's one near my garage that's a bit dim. They put up all these new LED lamps, street lamps, over the last couple of years. And they save the council and, of course, the taxpayer, I suppose, an awful lot of money in, number one, maintenance, because they just don't go wrong. These LED lights, they come on and they're guaranteed for, like, I don't know, years and years and years. No one has to come out and change bulbs or anything like that. They just keep working. And of course, they don't use so much electricity either. A fraction of the electricity of a normal incandescent bulb, or perhaps the yellow sodium lights as well. Anyway, they spent 2 or 3 years replacing all the lights here in Bracknell Borough, which has now been complete. But they're now going around and looking at areas where perhaps they've replaced the lights and they're not good enough. With those LED street lights, they do save a lot of money, an awful lot of money, but they are clearly nowhere near as bright and as good as the old type of lights. The lights are very bright, probably brighter if you stand directly underneath them, right? But they don't seem to spread. The light just doesn't seem to spread out. Now, we're probably lucky in this council, in Bracknell Council, that we have the lights on at night. There are many places they simply don't have the lights on at night anymore. Where my sister lives in Woodall Spa, the lights go off at 11 p.m. Seriously, the road is pitch black. My journey from when I'm in Lincolnshire, at the caravan, at the Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex, which at the moment is the reason I'm not in Lincolnshire at the moment is because they closed the site, they closed the studios for 2 months. While Sylvie is repairing the holes in the road on the... I beg your pardon. While the Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex is having extensive renovations at the moment, boys and girls. I can see Sylvie actually pouring... Bless her heart. Sylvie, who is queen of all caravans. We love Sylvie. She is actually probably at this moment pouring a new bit of cement into the road to fill up the holes, the potholes on the site. That's what's going on there. Anyway, and my journey from my sisters or my nephews to my house is done in complete pitch black, other than the headlights on my car, or they turn all the lights off. And lots of places in Lincolnshire, they just don't have them on. But these new LED lights around here, they're on all night, but they're just not very bright. They're not bright at all. Anyway, I'm probably lucky in that one of those lights is right over my garage. Okay, the garage is not part of my house. It's part of a block of garages. And it's not particularly bright. I mean, I'm okay. It's right over my garage. So that's reasonable there. But, there's there's 5 garages. So my garage is very well lit. My neighbour's garage, Dave, is a bit dim, and then it's black. The next 3 garages, they're in complete black because the light just doesn't spread out. Anyway, they've replaced it. I noticed this yesterday. They've put a double-headed light up there, so that way, and they've angled it up a little bit, and that's spreading further now. Still not as good as the old yellow lights, it has to be said. Nowhere near as good, but it is a little bit better, and it does see. And now, over my garage, well, it's like blooming daylight. I feel sorry a little bit because there's flats above my garage and that light must be coming into their windows. I wouldn't be surprised if they complain about that. But they've angled it up a bit so it spreads out more that way. And it is better, but it still isn't as good as the yellow lights. That's just how it is, isn't it? Let's have a look there. Adrian, I've got my bag of pancake powder. Just 2.5 kilogram, 2.5 kilogram bag, 2.5 kilogram bag. I don't know how heavy that is. 2.5 kilograms. That sounds quite a lot to me. Or is it just 2 half-gram bags? I don't know what you're saying. You've written pancake powder, just 2.5 kilogram bag. So is that a 2.5 kilogram bag? That sounds quite heavy to me. I don't know. Rachel, pancakes with lemon and sugar. Yes, Rachel, absolutely. I don't know if I'll have maple syrup or lemon and sugar or a bit of both. I could have a bit of both. When I went into Aldi the other day, I was looking for these lemons. They don't do it, but they do bottles of lemon, which is exactly the same. Oh, it's easier than squeezing lemons, isn't it, dear? Get all that stickiness over your fingers and what have you. Pancakes with cream and strawberry from Mandy. Adrian's got LED lights, brighter than any other street lights by far. Street lights are useless. Yes, I changed all my bulbs over to LED lights when they were £10 each. They were £10 each when I did them, but they've never been replaced since. And I've had them a few years. When they first came out, I changed them over. I was the same when we went from incandescent bulbs to the fluorescent ones. The lights in this studio are the fluorescent curly ones. I don't know if I could show you one. Possibly. But I'll try. Yeah, I'll try and show you one. Let's see if I can pull that out. Oh, it won't. It's too bright. You see that umbrella thing? That's got a light in there, and it's... No, you can't really see that there. You can't see that, unfortunately. But, yeah, the light there, it's like a... You know the fluorescent ones that are like that? Well, it's a very big curly thing. It's very bright in here. But television, see? Television studio, dear. Have to have bright lights, otherwise you can't see my pretty boy face, can you? But yes, the lights in my house are all LED and they're perfectly all right. There you go. Rachel buys the plastic bottles. Yeah, lots of those around. You just put the water in, shake the thing and pour it into your little frying pan. Actually, when I think about it, over the years, the last few years, I've bought the ready-made ones that you put in the microwave. Nothing wrong with those. Very nice. All the shops do them. Whether it's Aldi or Waitrose, they all do those packets of pancakes, which you can buy. You just shove them in the microwave for 30 seconds. Nothing wrong with them. Or they're a little bit thin. I like a thick pancake. Do you like a thick one? We don't like thin, dear. We like thick pancakes. Thank you very much. Less light position from... you may have noticed my cough has almost cleared up completely. Did you notice that? I don't think I've pushed that cough button once today, have I? Not once, which I'm pleased about. That hung around for ages, didn't it? That cough I had. Fran says less light pollution. I think you're right there. Sodium light spreads light everywhere and the glow is terrible. Yeah, but much brighter for lighting up large areas, Tony. Isn't it? I mean, the LED ones, I understand the money saving, but they don't spread out that light very well at all. No pancakes for the beta. Poor Mandy. Yes, Adrian. 2.5 kilogram bag from Costco with fluffy pancakes. Is that what you're having there? Okay. Fun things to do with tech. We've got LED 100 watt lights on Wi-Fi, all on Alexa. But Alexa, cancel. But bedroom on Philips Hue. Fantastic on Google. Yeah, I've seen them all. I've got a few of those automatic LED lights that work with my Amazon thing as well. Pretty trees. Oh, yeah, I've got all pine trees around here, Rowan. All right. Okie doke. Right, boys and girls, let's do today's raffle tickets. Right, our next raffle is on Monday. All righty. Don't forget the bingo tomorrow night. We've got bingo tomorrow. If you want to join us for the bingo and you haven't registered, you need to register. Send me an email to there, okay? And I will add you to our bingo system. You must do that today. Don't do it tomorrow. Too late. Okay? You've got to do it today if you want to join in with the bingo. So let's just get these raffle tickets ready. 86, 90, 91. There we are. Put that in front of that. 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 Next raffle is on Monday. If you're new to the show, welcome along. We do a raffle every Monday. To win the raffle, you need a raffle ticket. And you can have one now simply by putting in the text box, raffle ticket please, or ticket please, something like that. Okay. Mick, your Bracknell studio looks like rabbit runs. I've seen the types of garages you've got as well. Do the flats above get fumed by the exhaust fumes? No, dear. I'm sure they don't. Fran, 377. Here we go with the raffle tickets. Fran Green, 377. Tony King, 378. Wonder Woman, Rachel, 379. Michael Pullman, 380. 380 for Michael Pullman. Mikey Mike, 381. Sean Pye, 382. Diane Jebb, 383. Mandy Davenport, 384. JJ's Motors, 385. Colin K, 386. Mick Davenport, 387. Ross Herndon, 388. 389 for... Oh, is that it? Oh, not many there. How many of you watching then? Not many people there maybe today. I don't know. 25. Well, we haven't given that many tickets if there's 25 people watching. Anyone else want a ticket? Have I missed anyone out? Did I jump down the list? No. Okay, well, that's fine. That's all right. That's all right. Anyone else want a raffle ticket? Please say ticket now, please. 389 for Adrian Richardson. 389 for Adrian Richardson. Let's just do a story here, I think. I mean, I can't believe the stupidity of some of these people on the telly. Some of them all do drugs, as you well know. You know. But in the Sun this morning, there's this bloke who's been on Love Island. Not something I watch. Don't know who he is. Never seen him before. decent body. You've got to have a decent body to be on Love Island. Don't necessarily need a nice personality. Most of them are just shouting and screaming at each other all the time. Good morning to DJ Craig. Welcome to the show. But in the sun this morning, I mean, the stupidity of people taking pictures of themselves taking drugs. Why would you do that? And then posting them. It's just ludicrous, isn't it? I mean, if it doesn't affect your career, what if the police sees it? Well, they must see. The police must see these things. And presumably some of them get nicked. Stupid people. Stupid people. Love Island's Connor Durman, I think his name is, has, thank you, fun things to do with Tech 390. Fun Things Tech. I'll shorten you to Fun Things Tech. I hope that's okay with you. And DJ Craig 391. DJ Craig London. Thank you. Anyone else for raffle tickets? Love Island's... Oh, what happened then? That jumped story. There we are. Love Island's Connor Durman has admitted to taking drugs at a house party in Australia. Australia. After a photo emerged of him posting with lines of white powder. He's a coffee bean salesman, apparently, 25. We talked about coffee machines yesterday, weren't we? Says he regrets his actions, which took place while he was living in Australia a year before going into the villa. What's the villa? What is the villa? Oh, that must be... Is that where they all go to do the programme? That's what that is, isn't it? Connor, who coupled up with Rachel Hume's sister, Sophie Piper. Anyone? No. No idea who that is, was dumped from the villa just 3 weeks into the show after his castmates were asked to choose between him and... See, I don't even know how the programme works, so I don't really know much about this. Let me see if I can get onto the nitty-gritty bit. There we go. The photo of Connor grinning at the camera in front of white lines of powder at a house party emerged this week. Connor was living in Australia last year and recreational drugs were sadly used. One of the reasons he left Australia... Oh, here comes the excuse. One of the reasons he left Australia and came back to the UK to be with his family is because his life was spiralling out of control. Oh, dear, you poor thing, dear. And he just looks so fake. He's got the bright white teeth, the touched-up face, the perfect body, of course, honestly, and the fake tan. He regrets his past and is now moving forward with his life. He is sorry. Connor and Sophie, spell S-O-O-P-H... Why is there a double O there? Is it Sophie? Coupled up on day one in the villa, and he even managed to survive when new Connor tried to woo her away. Oh, I don't know. Don't even want to read the story. But there you go. I mean, how stupid must you be to take photos of yourself doing all these cocaine stuff? And just stupid. I just don't get it. Madness. But there you go. That's the stupidity of people, isn't it? Good morning to Simon Gilman. Hoping to be back in time for the bingo tomorrow. He's going to Watford to watch Lewis women versus Arsenal women at Arsenal Football Club. Yes, women's football is becoming quite mainstream, if not already is now mainstream, which is a good thing, isn't it? Each and every one. Absolutely, each and every one. We should all have the same... opportunities, I think. Men, women, black, white, gay, straight, all the same. That's my opinion of that. So excellent. Well, you'll have a good time there, Simon. I hope you enjoy that match there. Michael, I would love to play bingo. Don't want to get to bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. Would you be able to do it now and again on a Saturday morning? Ooh. I'll have to say no to that, Michael, because people get used to a certain time. Do you see what I mean? People do get used to a certain time. I like to do something else maybe, but I don't know what. Maybe some other sort of... Because we've got a couple of things going now, haven't we? We've got the bingo on Sunday. We've got the chat, the phone in on Thursday. I think of something else maybe. I've got a couple of ideas in my head. I was hoping to get someone in to chat on Thursday, but I don't think that's going to happen somehow. So I have to say no to that. Sorry, Michael, but people are used to that time, and you want to stick to a time once you've been going for it for some time. All right. Tony King, United Kingdom talk. We've now got 23.3 billion beings think Chris is as mad as a March hare, as you well know that. Please shake your balls tomorrow night. I need to win a green magnet. Well, you won't win that tomorrow. You won't win a fridge magnet tomorrow, mate. That's only for the raffle. It's only for the raffle. Can you win a fridge magnet? Not for the bingo, dear. Have you been paying any attention to anything going on today, Mick? Or over the last few months? Green magnet is for raffle. Green magnet. Let me just show you one again. Look how close you can get to this without actually touching one, Mick. Oh, so good. The only way you can have a fridge magnet is to win it at the raffle or £10,000, darling. I mean, why not take a loan? If you really want one that badly, just take a loan. Loans direct. Very good rates of interest. Only 10,000.56 million APR. Borrow 10,000. Owe 250,000. Only for the raffle, those. Do pay attention. Yeah. You're not paying attention, are you, Mick? It's very disappointing. I thought you was one of the people that paid full attention to the show. Very, very, very disappointed in you. There you go. Adrian Richardson never takes drugs when I'm taking drugs medication. How weird. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Michael. Always ask if you want anything, all right? Always ask if you want anything. Good. So is that all the raffle tickets? Let's just do a couple of more stories today because we haven't done too many. There's a lovely story to finish off with. We'll finish off with the cat story. But meanwhile, I don't know if you've ever been on a cruise ship. What's the time? 5 to 11. We're getting a little bit late now. Don't know if you've ever been on a cruise ship. I've been on a cruise ship, I think once. I think it was only once. And it was lovely. The food just keeps coming. Oh my God, you get so fat on the cruise ship. I went on, I was 1 stone. I came off there, I was 25 stone in a week. The food just keeps coming. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I got seasick within a few hours of being on there. Went down to the sick bay. Oh, I feel really sick. Okay, take that pill. 20 minutes, took this pill. 20 minutes later, it gone, and it never came back again. I don't know how that works. Hello, Jack. All right, Jack Matthews. Where are we now? Jack Matthews is 391. No, 392. Jack Matthews. 392 for Jack Matthews. Okay, Jack. Oh, do you know, we forgot to do it, didn't we? We're not supposed to give out raffle tickets until we get to 25 likes. That is the minimum now. 25 likes before raffle tickets go out in future. If someone could remind me of that, when I say, if I say all the tickets are about to go out, someone quickly remind me that we need 25 likes before we go out with raffle tickets. And any more than five dislikes, no raffle tickets for that show. That can be pain and suffering. Pain and suffering, okay? So you need to weed out the people who are not doing the likes. Anyway, cruise ships, Daily Mirror today. Virgin Voyages. So this is one of Richard Branson's things. Virgin Voyages, first cruise ship, Scarlet Lady, made her big debut in Dover. Dave Monk headed to take a look around on board. This is in the Daily Mirror this morning, boys and girls. And it says you can spend millions on a groundbreaking new ship, but nothing can beat the British weather. High winds delayed boarding to Sir Richard Branson's Scarlet Lady in Dover as the tycoon waited to show off the first voyage in his Virgin Voyages fleet. This ship, 912 foot long, it's a massive floating, or it's not even a hotel, it's a floating holiday resort. It's not a hotel, it's a resort. A resort on the sea. 912 foot long, 17 deck high vessel called in at the South Coast port on the way back from the shipyard where she was built in Italy to Miami, where she will sail regularly to the Caribbean. But please don't mention the cruise word. Sir Richard dropped it from the company name soon after announces his project in 2015 and wants to get as far away from the stereotypical holiday at sea as he can. He wants to shake it up a bit. His cruises are called Voyages. Passengers are sailors and travel agents are first mates, and no children are allowed on board. All the 2,800 guests will have to be over 18. Boarding Scarlet Lady feels more like walking into a cool nightclub rather than on a cruise ship, with lots of mood lighting, chill music and softly lit bars. Stripes, glass mirrors and lots of scarlet naturally make the ship look like no other, with a grown-up contemporary vibe. It looks absolutely delightful. I've got to go on this ship. The cabins have beds that can swing around into L-shaped sofas to turn sleeping areas into living rooms. Of the 78 so-called rock star suites, the biggest has an outdoor shower, hot tub, hammocks and a table big enough to dance on, plus its own music room with guitars and amps. You can book this. I don't know how much that one is. In a nod to Sir Richard's first venue, there's a vinyl record shop on board. DJs such as Mark Ronson will play sets on the ship and at a private beach resort in the Bahamas, which every Scarlet Lady voyage will visit. And if you really want your cruise to leave a mark on your ship, the ship even has a tattoo parlour. We talked about tattoos the other day, weren't we? Among more than 20 dining options on board are Razzle Dazzle, which will hold drag brunches, and the Wake restaurant, whose design was inspired by the Wolseley in London and the Grill in New York. Strictly no buffets, but you'll be able to get a slice of pizza or a burger at the 24-hour diner. And the wonderfully named Lick Me Till Ice Cream Dessert Parlour. That's where I'll be staying. Partygoers can end the evening in the Manor nightclub, named after Sir Richard's first recording studio. Outside Scarlet Lady has catamaran rigging, which sailors, can lie in high above the waves. There's also an athletic club, jogging track and pool. For Sir Richard, the day's been a long time coming. He said, when I first had this idea of a cruise ship, I was 27 and I wanted to have a cruise ship for the under 30s, but over 17s. I was single and it was going to be the coolest cruise ship in the world. I never managed to get the money together. So every year it's been under 31, under 32, then under 34. Anyway, now it's under 68, so we're all right there. It's definitely young at heart people who want to have a good time and who will love this cruise ship. It looks absolutely fabulous, and the full story of that one is in the Daily Mirror if you want to have a look. Oh, it just looks wonderful, that. Anyone been on a cruise ship? As I say, I did it a while ago. Quite a few years ago now, and I thought it was fantastic. Really good value for money cruise ships, really good. Mick says, if I went on a cruise ship, knowing my luck, it would sink. Well, hopefully, Mick. Colin Coates, thank you, Colin. 398 for Colin. Hopefully it would, Mick. Then Mandy will have to find someone else to beat up. What do you mean she won't find anyone else? Yes, she will. You don't think she's going to sit there on her own when you've gone, do you? I don't think so, mate. I should be taking Mandy out to several nightclubs to find her someone else. What do you want, Mandy? Someone about 32, 35, tattoos, muscles? Eh? No, you can't have me. I'm sorry, Mandy. I don't swing that way, my love. Simon, bring Ronnie in for your chat show. Well, thing is with Ron, he comes when he wants to. You can't book anything with him, really. He probably wouldn't want to do it. I don't think he wants to do it anymore. Chat shows. We used to play great games, actually. We did a few videos where we played board games and it was great fun, but he kind of lost interest, so that's just how it is, really, unfortunately. There's no favouritism, Mick. No green magnets, my dear. A cruise would be a great way for me to lose weight because I can't stand eating in front of people. Is that right, Mandy? Yeah, I'm a bit of a messy eater, certainly when I'm in front of the television downstairs. Really, yeah. Okay. One more story then, and then we'll do the birthdays. Cat, this is a lovely story. Lovely story. 1-year-old stray cat Abigail, this is in today's Metro, was often seen strolling around Wembley with another cat by her side. She and the male cat were clearly closely bonded, spending lots of their time together, looking to each other for comfort. Oh, it's lovely, this, as they navigated the mean streets without care. Then tragedy struck. Abigail's best friend was hit by a car and killed. Oh, but in the cat's final moments, Abigail stayed right by his side. A member of the public noticed a male cat lying very still in the road near her house with another cat sitting by his side. On closer inspection, she realised the male cat has been hit by a car that had then driven off. Abigail, the other cat, refused to leave the cat's side and stayed right by his body while someone called Mayhew Animal Home for help. When the animal welfare officer arrived, she found Abigail still there, refusing to abandon her closest companion. Tanya had to bring them both back to the centre. Thankfully, Abigail was found to be free of injuries and perfectly healthy, apart from being scared and shaken by the ordeal. Staff at Mayhew helped her settle into the category. Abigail didn't have a microchip and no one came to collect her, but she appeared to have been domesticated as she was tame and loving to humans. it wasn't long before someone fell in love with Abigail and wanted to give her the loving home she deserved. So nice little story to... Oh, where are you gone? Nice little story to finish off this morning. Isn't that nice? I like cats. I love cats. I love cats. Ronnie's actually got 5 cats, which I think I'm going to visit later. He's had one of his wall sockets has come off. Electrical plugs. He apparently pulled a plug out, and the socket came away with it, completely with bare wires. So I'm going to have a look at that. He was saying he's a bit confused by the colours. He said, well, there's brown and there's red and there's black and there's blue. I said, well, that's 2 different types of wiring colour. You've got old wiring there and new wiring. That's why the colours are different. But I know that red is brown, black is blue, and green yellow is green. Or you might have a completely bare. Sometimes you have a bare earth wire in that wire. So I know what I'm kind of doing there. Alrighty, let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. Happy birthday on this Saturday, the 22nd of... Why was I going to say October then? I do not know. I don't know why I was going to say October. Hopefully it won't get to October very soon. Summer is on its way. Summer's on its way. Happy birthday on this Saturday, the 22nd of February 2020 to Nico Nick. Good morning, Nico. Happy birthday. Laura Jo Cahill is 22 years old today. Broadway Helen Bambi, 57 years old today. Roberta Neal, happy birthday. And Joyce Barron. Good morning, Joyce. A big happy birthday to you. I think Joyce is one of our Manilow ladies. I'm sure Joyce is one of our Manilow ladies. So happy birthday to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, boys and girls. There we are. That's it for the show today. Thank you very much. Mandy says she's not a messy eater. She just can't stand hearing the noises some people make while eating and their table manners. Oh, great nephew George hates that. He absolutely hates noisy eaters. Great nephew George. He's 7. Mum, Chris is eating noisy again. Thanks for joining us on the show today. I'll see you for the bingo. Bingo time is 8 o'clock on Sunday night, gang. We usually start the show about half an hour before that or so, around about 7:30. But bingo time is 8 o'clock if you want to join us for that. Remember, you need to register first to the email address chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Have a lovely day and thanks very much for watching and listening. Cheerio now.